Hello guys, Savat the Mighty here, aka Doompiggy, and I'm back with another Eve Echoes video. So before we get into this video, I do have some announcements to make, a little bit of housekeeping. So Together We Solo, Eternal Echoes, and myself are part of a Discord server now that Together We Solo created, and I will have it linked in the description below, so please come hang out there if you want to hang out with us. We will jump into voice chat from time to time and participate with the community. Now that being said, I also do have a Twitter that I started up. I still have 0 followers on the Twitter. I will be trying to post different things to it and also try to do some updates there. I know a lot of people like it. I personally haven't used Twitter very much, so I'm just getting started on that. So if you want to, and you do use Twitter, please go ahead and follow me there as well. Also, if you do enjoy my content, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. I am getting up there in the subscribers, but I would like to hit that 400 and 500 marker at some point. So I do appreciate everyone, and I appreciate everyone who has already been here and supporting me all the way. That being said, today we're going to actually do a mission in the Harbinger. I'm breaking out the Harbinger again. It is one of my tried and true ships, and we are going to be using a close range fit, and I'm going to be running a T8 mission. This mission I already ran in the Oracle. It was A Soldier's Way, and I plan on trying to do this face tanking it in my Harbinger. Now, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that my Harbinger is a tanky Harbinger. I have never tried to take it against the T8 mission, and that's going to change today. Alright, let's go over the fit. So the Harbinger itself is a very tough ship. Now, this is not the Harbinger prototype, it is the full-blown Harbinger, so it does have 7 high slots. In those 7 high slots, I have chose to put in Corpum C-type medium pulse lasers. So I do have those outfitted completely there. Now in my low slots, I'm going to be bringing one Corellium C-type medium armor repper. I have 2 C-type adaptive armor hardeners. One is a core, one is that Corpum. And I do have a Corpum C-type reactive armor hardener. So a very tanky ship all in all. I am going to be running a C-type medium afterburner. And in my mid slots, I am bringing an Upir large energy Nosferatu, an interruptive warp scrambler, and a Kaldari Navy stasis web fire. My drone of choice in this build is going to be the Mark 7 Valkyrie. And the Mark 7 Valkyrie is there for a couple of different reasons. One, it is the fastest drone, so it will be able to move from target to target quicker. I will be flying within the drone range, so this will be more than a hood ornament for us today. We'll be applying 28.50 DPS in a majority of the time. And it also does explosive damage, which counteracts my EM thermal. So once I do start getting rid of the shields, which should evaporate quickly, it should apply more damage to the armor and the hulls of the ship than any of the other drones. For the rigs in this ship, I am running an anti-kinetic pump 3, which is giving me 40% kinetic resistance, and an anti-explosive pump 3, which is giving me 40% explosive resistance. I also do have an auxiliary nano pump 3, which is going to increase my armor repper bonus by 30%. This is very helpful, and I'll show you how that impacts the ship here in a moment. I have 2 semiconductor memory cell prototypes in here that I've never bothered to upgrade, and I do have one ancillary power grid router. The router is in here mainly to fit the large energy Nosferatu. Now this ship is capacitor stable. If I unfit, it does last for 14 minutes. So even if I don't have that running, and even if I put a medium on here, it'll still be cap stable. One of the reasons why I like to use the large is mainly for the range. So this large one's optimal range is 18.9 with my skills. As we all noticed in the last video, I don't have very high skills in electronic warfare of any sorts. And it has an accuracy falloff of 10.3. So my guns have an optimal range of 18, which means I can stay at my optimal range and still get a lot of benefit out of the Nosferatu. Other things that I might try in this is keeping the medium on here, and maybe upgrading to 2 armor reppers, or 1 large armor repper. This armor repper, with that 30% bonus, is actually giving me 712 per cycle. And with my current skills, it is cycling every 7.19 seconds. I hope this is going to be enough to be able to tank. I will show you what the resistances are on our way to the mission. Alright. So what's going to be the key things with this? Whenever using a brawling ship, you want to make sure that you can tank everything. But there's more to it than that. Whenever a new wave spawns, we don't want to be slap dab in the middle of the spawn point. So, there's definitely going to be some times where we want to warp out. I do have my guns set up separately in this case here, because if I do have a lot of frigates that get around me, I don't necessarily want to fire on one frigate by itself. I may want to fire on multiple frigates to try to pull them all down faster. I haven't really determined how I want to do that as of yet. This ship has a very low DPS when it comes to the battle cruisers, because it is in a very tanky fit with 560 DPS. Its tank is pretty tough though, and as soon as we get through this warp here, I will review that as well. Okay. Come on. Let me activate. There we go. Okay.
Warp drive active.
51,000 defense with an EM resistance of 73, thermal 65, kinetic 75, and explosive 73. Pretty tough. Now, I do have the reactive on here, so it's going to move everything around. And I do believe fighting against things like missiles, this will all be right around just over that 70. It's going to take stuff away from the others and put the thermal up, because the missiles themselves are going to do that flat damage to everything. We'll have to see what it actually ends up looking like. There's also going to be railguns in the mission, so that'll push it back in the other direction as well. So hopefully it'll let me tank those, what I need to tank, pretty effectively. Now I could have thrown a DPS mod on here and it would have thrown me up past 600 DPS, which would have been a lot more DPS for the purposes of doing the mission. But I want to try it with the full tank first, see if it can even do so. Once I do try it out with the full tank, then I will actually move over to lessening the tank a little bit and seeing where I can get away with the damage. So for the first wave, on the first one, we're actually going to jump in at 0 and just get to fighting. Wave 2, we're just going to fly away a little bit and come back in. At least that'll be the plan. I think for wave 3 and 4, because I don't remember, because I'm bad at remembering, when the elites actually spawn, we may end up actually having to warp out. Because we're such a close range, I won't be able to put that distance on. And I want to spawn farther away from the center point and have things fly out to me and be able to tackle them first and then kind of move in. We'll see how that plans out. If I lose this ship, I am going to be losing a lot. So I don't really want to. But I do like the brawling playstyle, and I'm hopeful that this ship is going to be able to tank this mission. And if it does, that's going to open up a whole new world for the way I want to fit some of my ships in the future. One of the things I'll be looking at is maybe picking up a second Oracle and outfitting the Oracle for a more tank fit. So instead of going for all DPS in the bottom, where I have the long range fit now, I'll set up the second Oracle a lot like this ship and do more close range stuff with it. With the large lasers, it might be able to perform quite well with the tank. Huh. So we'll have to see about that. One of the things this ship's not going to be able to do is burst anything down. I have no way to do that. So if I do get in trouble, it's going to have to literally try to survive off of its tank. Alright, so once we get out there, our step 1 is going to be finding a station. Once we find a station that we can be comfortable at, then we can align us from there and move in so we know what station to go to, so if we do have to warp out. If there isn't a station, we can use the Stargate. Even though doing it at the Stargate's a little more dangerous, I still think warping to a Stargate is probably going to be safer than warping to a planet depending on what's in system. If I warp to a planet and there just happens to be a PvPer out there who can lock me down, well, that's a bad place to warp out to when you're already beat up. Warping to a gate, at least there's gate guns. Now, I could also warp to a gate, and there could be a camp waiting for me, with all the people liking to camp in low sec now. We'll have to see how that pans out.
Warp drive active.
It has been a long time since I've done any brawling. I've been doing all range stuff, so this is going to be interesting. I have my approach set to 0 because I am going to be so close. If I do want to approach something, I want to move towards it, not away. Unlike the Oracle with my long-range fits, I really want to be close with this ship. And again, my range is 18 kilometers, with only 25 for my fall off, 26 maybe.
Warp drive active.
So I'm not going to be able to hit anything from far away. At all. Matter of fact, I think my drone control range is like 28. Yeah. But I think this is going to be fun. I have never tried one of these T8 storylines in a brawling ship before, so I'm excited. Very, very excited. Now there's probably some DPS fits for this ship as well, but I don't actually want to change my rigs out, so I won't be doing that anytime soon. I've been here before. I recognize this. I recognize this.
Warp drive active.
I was even told how to say this in the comments, I think, on one of my videos. The last video that I did. Here we go. Let's have a look here. Yeah, B Orchard say it's a low die. Okay. Alright, so here we are. Let's get started. We're going to warp to basically 10. I want to be right on top of everything.
Warp drive active.
I don't expect my shields to last very long, and knowing that the ship is cap stable, I'm going to go ahead and prematurely turn on my armor hardeners so I don't forget about them. And they will start working from point 1. Okay. So I'm going to lock onto everything, and we're going to orbit this guy, and I'm going to use my afterburner. I want to focus fire you. Alright, so this battle should be a lot more tedious than the other one. The other one I kind of just set back, and I was doing a lot more damage. And this one I'm going to be in the thick of things. And the first thing we want to do is get rid of this Blackbird, which should happen fairly quickly. The next thing I actually want to do is get rid of this Caracal. And the reason why I want to drop the Caracals is I have experienced that they can hit me from pretty far out. Not that it matters, I should be right up on them anyway. But they're going to move, and they're going to try to move that further away. And the further away they get from me, the worse position I'm going to be in. So the drone should actually be over there doing some stuff. He's getting some exercise. We're still within our shield, so we haven't even started tanking yet. And again, the Caracal is staying at a pretty good distance away. The ship is only moving at 470. Yeah, I want to focus fire with everything on you. So it is only moving at 470 tops. Let's have a look again. Yeah. So it is going to take me a while to actually approach or do anything. I don't have a micro warp drive on here. I could possibly fit one on, but I decided to go with the afterburner. I think the afterburner will be able to do what I need it to. Okay. So I am 29 off, so we're basically right on this thing. Our little drone is sitting there doing 100 damage. Oh, I saw 54. 145. So we're definitely not seeing the big impressive numbers that we did with the Oracle. But we're in an okay spot, I think. Let's start moving out. Alright, so this guy we want to target, this guy we want to target. Let's orbit this guy first. My shields are low, guys. My shields are low. It finally happened. Okay. Let's start orbiting the next. And actually, I want to start moving in on this Caracal right now. So one of the things that I'm doing with this ship so far is I haven't turned off the afterburner as of yet. So once my afterburner skills get a little bit better, and I do have more skills under the battle cruiser, it should actually move a bit faster. I might even say I could get this one up to 600-700. Comfortably 600-700 just with the afterburner, with the appropriate skills. Doing this at 400, that's okay, but more speed's better. Okay, let's orbit, and let's focus fire this guy. Are we actually getting closer to him? I'm so used to my other ranges. Let's actually just approach him head on. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay, now let's go into orbit. Alright, since we're sitting here in orbit, I don't have to have the afterburner on. I can just chill and start running my armor wrapper. Alright, so this guy has the rail guns. Let's have a look and see what our defense is with being pelted with the railguns. So our EM resistance actually drops quite a bit, and we go to 70 thermal resistance. 79 kinetic, and 70 explosive. So those railguns are doing thermal and kinetic, so that's not bad. I think they're primarily kinetic as well, so that's pretty good. Okay, we can turn off the armor repper even now. Alright, let's approach this guy and turn on the afterburner. And we will pulse the armor repper one time. And Cosmic Anomaly, we are 31 km. Okay. Let's start getting away. Matter of fact, let's approach that. Lock that, lock that, lock that. Focus fire. And we're going to activate those. And we're activating this. Well, that's bad. Very bad. Come on. No, I don't want to delete the character. Come on. Alright. So it looks like we're fine. Okay. No, just zoom out. Alright, so let's actually focus fire on you. They were all normal ships, so they weren't really doing much of anything to me. Okay. If that would have happened during an elite wave, I might have just been dead. We can turn that off. So yeah, scary things like that can happen. I guess that's a good reason why to be in a super tanky ship. I don't even know why I have that running right now. Alright, let us approach our friend. And we can get rid of the caracal here. So I believe this is wave 3? Set up an orbit on this guy. We can actually orbit here is fine. So I guess on a lucky note, I was able to turn on the armor repper, and that gives me 14 minutes before I'd be just completely screwed. Okay. Let's just do a regular orbit on this guy, so that'll push us out. And we want to see where we're at for our cosmic anomaly. We are 34 away. So we want to start getting ranged up for Lodi. Okay, let's turn that on. Get topped off a little bit. Yeah, this guy is hitting us pretty hard. So I guess in this bit, you don't want to see the short-range ones. They're going to apply more damage. We're always in a wrong area. Let's have a look, see what's coming at us. These guys are coming at us. Do we have any elites here? Nope. Don't see any elites. Let's activate those. Okay. Yep, that is just fine. How about you focus fire that guy? And you can do both of those to him as well, so he's not moving anywhere. There we go. We're starting to apply that damage to him. And we're moving in on the other guys. Again, we want to be close. So this is the 4th wave. I thought there was going to be at least an elite here. Doesn't look that way though. This just looks like a bunch of little hidden ships. They're not even going to be worth my time. Let's hit that guy up. He's already dead. Oh, we can start getting some energy back from some people. Okay, we're starting to take some damage. Nothing to really freak out about. Okay. All small ships are destroyed. No elites is kind of a bummer, though. Oh, all this loot, none of it good. So overall, when not fighting elites, this ship is working just fine. Able to tank everything, no problems, which it should be able to, for the most part, I would see that the tank on this ship is pretty brutal. Now we're starting to get hit by some missiles. That's what I wanted to see. What does our defense look like when we're being struck with missiles? 73, 66, 75, 73. So it's still making these damage types higher. It doesn't like this the thermal in this case. So it's like, hey, we're going to really focus on those. Let's check again, see if it's made any changes. Huh, interesting. I was very curious to see what it would do. What are we doing? Why are we way over here? I thought I had that guy set to orbit. I did not. It's definitely going to increase my clear time. So where are we at? From start, and I did do a little bit of talking, we're on the last phase, and I have 30 minutes on the clock here. 31 minutes and 20 seconds to be exact. So far it's keeping pace with the Oracle on the close range fit. If this is the last encounter. It is not. Okay, so let's turn this on, turn that on, and turn these on, and focus fire. Oh, this is bad. And it's gone. Poof. That's it. That's how you lose it. I didn't bother to do what I said I was going to do and get out of there, so it's gone. That is how you lose a prophecy. Well, overconfidence. And not paying attention. I thought we were on the last wave. Well, that sucked. I definitely didn't want to be that close for that. And when everything did go down, I was out of it. I should have been aligning to a station, paying attention a little bit more. I might have been able to survive, but I didn't. Oh, let's take a look at the mail. Let's see what we got. Where is my mail? Nothing. Ah, here we go.
Warp drive active.
So that was a 647 million Isgloss. Not terrible. But yeah, I was just locked into place, couldn't do nothing. Let's see what we got on there. Caldari Navy Stasis Webifier, my Afterburner, and two of my armors, but I lost my medium armor repper, and I got some lasers back.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I lost my drone boy. Oh well. So yeah, that was a huge mistake. I thought we were on the last wave, and then another one spawned, and I'm like, what? And then I was obviously too close, and I thought, well, maybe we can tank it. I just need to take out a bunch of these little ships, and everything will be fine. And the elites just destroyed me. So now we get to go back. Oh boy, oh boy. The lessons we learn.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, no matter how tanky your ship is, getting warped in at 0 by all of the massive amounts of ships is never going to be a good thing. Well, I definitely want to get my stuff back, so
Warp drive active.
it's going to be important. And now I'm going to have to buy me another one? Let's see. Armor hardeners. 23 million there. 23 million there. It's not bad. Let's purchase that.
Warp drive active.
No. And armor reppers. These are small, medium, 43 million, 43 million. Let's buy that. Nope.
Warp drive active.
Medium pulse lasers. I think I lost 3. There's 3. Nope. Okay. Jita.
Warp drive active.
I've got those 3. I've got that. Uh-oh. Where did I buy that armor repper at?
Warp drive active.
Stuff everywhere. Did I actually buy it at my main base? What do I have? Let's get an oracle. How are you outfitted currently? Oh, you're still beat up from the other night, and you don't have your items in your hole. Let's filter. Okay. let's go ahead and repair. It's only 522,000. It's not bad. How's your fitting look? Let's take you off. Put on another tracking computer. And let's head back out. Huzzah! How much is it going to cost me to replace my prototype? So I guess now I can make a DPS prototype. Ships. So why am I going way down there? Ships.
Warp drive active.
Battle cruisers. Harbinger. 300 million. It's not bad. I'll go do a T10. Oh well. You win some, you lose some, so that was my mistake. 100%. I should have been paying attention, better attention, and warped out like I said I was and come back at further range. Everything would have been just fine if I would have done so,
Warp drive active.
but I didn't. I thought we were really on wave 4 for some reason. I must have miscounted my waves when I was talking and whatnot. Oh well. That's how you lose ships. Not paying attention. 7 more jumps in the Oracle to get back out there. And then the scary thing is I'm going to have to warp in at 100 and then try to get away as fast as possible. So that part is a bit scary.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, I think the Harbinger would have done just fine. It wouldn't have had any issues whatsoever as long as I don't let things spawn right on top of my head. And there was just really nothing I could do. I could have tried to pick off when I saw that there was still one of the cruisers had the warp scram on me. I knew I was pretty screwed, because even if I got rid of the little ships with the scram, I wasn't going to kill the cruiser in time, and the ships with the bigger guns already had me locked down. I should have been aligned, but even if I was aligned, and in that case, I would have never stopped all those scrams from hitting me. Rough. It's okay, I still got a Harbinger prototype sitting in there. Maybe I'd take a prototype into T8s. Nah, I'll rebuy my Harbinger. Maybe I'll get a second Oracle and do tanky Oracle. That might be fun. Well, I don't know. I'm going to have to get something to replace that ship, though. I'll have to see what. What do you guys think I should replace it with? Should I get a second Oracle and try out some tanky fits with it? Or should I get the Harbinger prototype back? Let me know. I would very much appreciate that. Because I'll get the money for that in a little bit. It's going to take some time, but I'm not too concerned over it. I have the Drakey Boy, but the Drakey Boy can't make a cap-stable tank. But a cap-stable tank doesn't apparently matter if you have way too much damage on you. Ah, that's so stupid. I haven't let something warp in on 0 on me like that in a while. Talk about it so much. And then I got caught by it. Oh well. What can I fly? I mean, really, there's the Harbinger and the Oracle. Those are the only 2 ships that I really got. I could get a Cyclone. I have missile skills. I have the Drake. Thank you, Eternal. And that's it.
Warp drive active.
I guess I could pick up a cruiser. Yeah, I'll just grab a Phantasm, you know, casually. 3 billion. Not buying that. Omen Sniper. That doesn't even make any sense to me. Medium lasers aren't going to hit that far out. I could get a Mauler Guardian too. That might be a fun ship.
Warp drive active.
Advanced Cruiser Defense upgrade. I don't have Advanced Cruiser Defense upgrade, so yeah. Not really specialized in any of these other ships. But that's how it happens. Oh well. I'll just take my regular Mauler. I'll go do T8s and a Mauler. General T5 ship. Like what? Say something.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so this is the last jump. Let's warp back to Lodi.
Warp drive active.
Okay. And let's warp back to a Soldier's Way 1.
Warp drive active.
And move on out. Okay. Let's immediately turn around. And let's start seeing what comes rushing at us. If anything's left to rush at us. We have a couple of things. Let's turn this off. It doesn't look like anything's flying at us. Excellent. Elite gone. Let's turn around and approach. So many ships. Dead. Alright. So everybody knows this playstyle here. It is very safe, and everything should be just fine. It would have been a lot more fun to see if we could finish that mission with the other ship, the Harbinger. But alas, that is not the case. Let's lock up everybody again. And ooh, that Naga's got a little bit of a tank on him. Alright, let's activate our damage. 1000 DPS, huh? Man, that was such a rookie mistake. It's okay. I will just have to pay for that in grueling, grueling time. Okay. I'm going to take out this guy next because he is getting mighty close. At least I got my trusty hood ornament back. That was probably the problem. I was using that disgusting Mimitar hood ornament. Gotta use your Caldari hood ornaments. They're what keep you alive. So the super tank was completely destroyed. At least we know we're gonna get some good loot from this. Yeah, focus fire. Kill them. Kill them all. Okay. Next, I actually want to focus fire this Drake. I want this Drake off the face of the planet. Oh. Looks like those Drakes are using the railguns again, so I'm not too scared about them. Not really scared about much right now. Want to get my loot. Alright, next I actually want to focus fire secondary Drake over here. Stop. He is right within our range, I believe. I believe our range is still 70k in this ship. Unless I changed something. 72k, yeah. Oh, Caracal. Nope, we want to focus fire on this Moa first. Ow. Elite Moa Guardian. I hope you are holding a whole Harbinger. Just drop one as loot. That would make my day. Okay. Come on, kill it. Focus fire. Now, I ain't making no second mistake. So I'm going to realign to this station. And we are going to get ready to get the heck out of here just in case there is another wave that I have the unfortunate misremembering of. No. Okay. Excellent. So, first things first. Wait. Can I... Is there something that's 150? Yes. Warp to that.
Warp drive active.
Where is... No! Loot! Well, that is an easy way to get the Amar ship parts, I guess. Only 600 million apiece. Oh, hey! Alright, so... 1, 2, 3. We got 3 of those. We purchased 3 more. Amar ship debris. Boom. Might as well get the rest of our loot while we're here. And I'm not even going to finish this mission. You guys have already seen it done in the Oracle. You know how easy that is. I wanted to do a close range brawling. But I had to let myself get spawned on at 0. Loot. 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 I'm not even getting good loot. Do we have any other elites out here? Yeah. I'm just gonna go grab the elite loot real quick. And what is our last piece going to bring us? Garbage. Alright, no more elites. Okay. No, don't go there. I will go ahead and take care of that in my free time. Let's go ahead and go back to Jita. Did my armor repper come through? Hmm. Well, we will head back that way. Okay, so you got to see me lose my poor Harbinger. We cleaned up the rest of the mission and got our loot back. I have to get a new Harbinger and get
Warp
that
drive
outfitted.
active.
So I will be right back with that, I guess. And in the next video, we can try to do this again. But I'm going to go ahead and post this one here. I hope you guys had fun watching me lose my Harbinger. And I will see you guys in the next video. Again, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Have a great day.